You, of course, are with the band Mayday Parade, who you've been together, what is it, around 7 years now?
About 8, I think, now, yeah.
All right. You guys have been doing pretty well for yourselves lately, haven't you?
I like to think so, but I appreciate that, yeah. I think things have been going pretty well for us, yeah.
Well, you're heading down to Australia in February for the Soundwave Festival. Have you played in Australia before?
Yeah, that'll actually be our fourth time, the fourth trip to Australia.
Oh, really? So have you been down for festivals before or have you toured on your own?
A little bit of both. We've toured, we've done club tours there twice, and we did Soundwave in 2011. Yeah.
All right. So is this your first band or have you been in other bands before?
This is the first band that I've been in that has really done anything. Before Mayday Parade, I was in some local bands in Tallahassee, Florida, but we never really, did too much. But, Mayday Parade has been the only band of note that I've been in, yeah.
When you first joined Mayday Parade, did you know there was something different about it, or is it just a surprise to you that it happened?
I felt like I really wanted to do something with music and take a band extremely seriously and tour and all that. And I felt like Mayday Parade was pretty early on that I felt very confident and that if I had a chance, doing music professionally, that Mayday Parade would be the best avenue to take. And I was confident enough I dropped out of, college. I quit my job at the time to do it full time, to tour. So I was definitely very confident in what we could do.
Yeah, what were you studying at college?
I was trying to study marketing, but I had only completed my first year, which in the States, I'm not too sure how the schooling works in Australia, but in the U.S., the first year is pretty much just like basic classes, just like English or history, science. I never took any sort of major directed courses, but I was trying to study marketing.
When it comes to marketing the band, you sort of step back and let other people take care of that?
Yeah, at this point, I didn't learn too much in school for it. So, yeah, at this point, yeah, just leave it to the professionals.
Well, you're the guitarist in Mayday Parade. Do you play any other instruments, have any other hidden talents?
No, actually, I have zero hidden talents other than I can play guitar. That's all about all I have going for me. I like history, but that's nothing. I feel like I'm the only thing I really got is playing guitar. But yeah.
All right, so maybe one day you could have your own history program on television.
Oh, I'd love that. Yeah.
I'll look forward to watching that. And you guys, you're not just coming to Australia in February. You're going all over the place. You're touring Europe before then too.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting 2 months because we'll be coming directly from England to Europe, directly from Milan, Italy to Australia, probably Brisbane, I think. And right from Soundwave, we'll be going to Southeast Asia. Yeah, it's going to be intense. But, I feel like we've toured internationally a good amount to the point, and we've done something. What was it? We played a show in the Philippines in Manila, and then flew from the Philippines to London and did a tour in the UK, and then flew from the UK back to the US to do a month and a half long tour. And yeah, I can barely remember, but I'm pretty sure the jet lag was intense. But you just go with it. I mean, it's par for the course with it.
So how do you guys get around to doing your songwriting? Do you do that while you're travelling, or do you have to take a bit of time off for that?
A little bit of both. The way that we operate, someone in the band will kind of come up with like a rough idea or, maybe even a full song, but structure-wise. And people do that on their own time. So certain songs can be written on tour, some off tour. But then usually, or at least the past 2 records, we've, at the beginning of what would be the recording kind of time, we'll just get together, go through the songs that people have, and really start working on them as a full band and kind of really hashing them out to make them into something, that is Mayday Parade.
Yeah, because you do have an album out at the moment, Monsters in the Closet.
Mm-hmm.
When was that released exactly?
That was released in October, the beginning of October of 2013.
Right. So do you generally leave it at, 12 months, 2 years between albums, 6 months? How long do you reckon before the next one will be out?
In the past, we've done 2 years. I mean, actually, I could be totally wrong, but I think that the last album, our third album, was released 2 years, practically to the day, for Monsters in the Closet from the last one. I mean, we haven't talked about it, but I think generally I feel like we may end the cycle after the fall of next year, so in a year. We usually try and give it about 12 months, I think.
But then you've got to find time off touring to do that too, so...
Yeah, exactly. And it takes usually about, 4 to 6 months to really, from when we would start writing as a band to the actual recording and then the setup of the album and all this and that. But we'll see. I mean, I think that's been kind of our schedule of the past, 4 years or so. But I think, I don't know, we've kind of talked a little bit about maybe changing that up, trying to, I don't know, I think next time around we really want to focus on making the album that we really want to make. Not like we haven't done it before, but I think we just want to make sure that instead of having the schedule ruling over us, have us and our creativity rule, determining the schedule.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you've been doing this for 8 years and you're really starting to get a hold of the sound that you want to develop.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think that's the greatest thing about where we're at and continually seeing the band grow is that we can see is that it's continually honing in, our attitude and our sound towards it. And I think it's just a really cool thing because, I feel like in the past it felt like we didn't have that much freedom necessarily, or that it didn't really feel like how it feels now, whereas now it feels like the band has total control and we can really do what we want, and we're around people, we're working with people that, help foster that thing.
Well, it sounds like exciting times ahead then, because you've done so much, but then it sounds like you've got a hell of a lot more to offer.
Oh, I think so, yeah. I think that we really do. And, yeah, I'm just excited. I'm always excited about it.
Oh, that's good. Well, you said you're excited. You've toured the world numerous times. Have you got any particular memory that stands out in your mind?
I think probably honestly the first times coming to Japan and Australia were some of the best and most memorable experiences of my life. And we did one right after the other. So we were in Japan for a week, and then we were in Australia for a week. And it was our first time, if I remember correctly, it was our first time ever touring internationally. And it was just such a cool experience. And, I don't know, it just felt really fun. I had a great time. It was crazy to see people, singing along, people halfway across the world, singing along to songs that we had written and done. And just seeing that was just really, really gratifying.
Well, that's awesome. Have you got an idea of who's on the Soundwave lineup, or is that too much to keep in your head at the moment with all the touring you've got going on?
The only band that I have seen for sure is A Day to Remember.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know them personally. I know some of the people that work with them, but that's the only band that I know 100%. Anybody else, I'm trying to think. I can't remember now. But
no.
Yeah.
Well, you've got bands like Green Day and Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains, Megadeth, Placebo, lots of bands.
Okay, great. That's awesome. I didn't even know any of that. I'm way excited now.
Yeah, it's a massive lineup actually. Got Korn there and Pennywise and Asking Alexandria.
Yeah, because whenever I saw some of the announcements, I didn't see any of those kind of tier bands. I don't know where I was looking. And the first time we had done Soundwave was with Iron Maiden was the headliner. And, I mean, they had Slash and Slayer, Primus, all these guys. And I was really, I was blown away to be playing at the same festival with Iron Maiden. That's huge. So Megadeth's going to be on it. That's going to be amazing. Green Day, that's awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah. So you'll be running around seeing as many of the bands as you can?
Oh, I try to. Last time we did it, I, for the first time, got to see and hear the band Foxy Shazam, and that was awesome. I was so excited for that. They blew me away, And I try. I mean, you get that opportunity, and I'll never in my lifetime probably be a part of something that Iron Maiden is a part of, or Megadeth. So you got to take those opportunities when you can.
Yeah, it must be like exciting to sort of be able to say you've kind of supported these bands.
Oh yeah, it's extremely exciting. Yeah.
What's it like on these massive festivals? Like, do you get some good behind the scenes stories that stay behind the scenes?
Well, Soundwave is a little different from anything else that I've ever done, just because of the scale of it. And I mean, the only thing I can think of offhand is just how mind blowing it is to have been on like the same flight as Slash. I don't remember where it was from or where it was going to, but it was one of the domestic flights in Australia, and it was just crazy. Like, I don't know, to split a plane with Slash, and then also that same year, same Soundwave got into a little bit of not a physical altercation, but a verbal altercation with some of Iron Maiden's crew, and that was pretty interesting. And once I realized that they worked for Iron Maiden, my attitude totally changed. I was like, oh, I'm not worthy kind of thing. But it was pretty, I don't know, those are definitely awesome experiences for sure.
Yeah, it sounds funny that like you admire the band so much that even their roadies are like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean.
It's really good to hear that child is still in there, like enjoying the excitement of doing this.
Oh yeah. I mean, absolutely. Those little things are really to me what make the experiences that great. That, and obviously playing awesome shows, especially Soundwave, is just such an incredible tour. So that all those things combined really make it something special.
Well, I've been so busy talking to you, I haven't given out your website address. That's maydayparade.com. People can go and find out about you, and you are Mayday Parade on Facebook as well.
Yep.
Thank you very much. It's been great talking to you. I look forward to seeing you when you do get down here for Soundwave.
All right, I can't wait.
Yeah, and once again, people can find you at maydayparade.com and get hold of the new album and check out the new video and everything.
Thank you.
And have a good tour of Europe before you head over here. Make sure you get some sleep on that plane.
I certainly will. All right, take care.
Bye.